Shikamaru is the laziest genius you'll ever meet. And here's why. Welcome back to another video, and yes, it's about big brain Shikamaru and his journey towards putting his genius to good use. Now, Shikamaru has always been the type of kid to just chill out, kick back, watch the clouds, maybe play a game or two of shogi. This is why him and Choji are such good friends. While Shikamaru is lazy by choice, Choji, he's lazy by chips, because he keeps eating them. Well, anyway, this mindset of passing through life on autopilot will come to a gradual stop thanks to his teacher/mentor, Asuma. He and Ino complete the team, and man, talk about a goated sensei. The way he strengthens the bond between his students by playing to their strengths and desires is really, really clever. Ino, you want Sasuke's attention? Then prove to him that you're strong enough to stand beside him. In case of Choji, as soon as you land one hit on me, you can eat whatever you want. And Shikamaru, we can play shogi after you work on your ninjutsu. Now, Shikamaru and Temari is an excellent example of how much of a lazy genius Shikamaru can be. So it starts off with Shikamaru just, chilling, looking into the clouds, wondering if he even wants to smoke, but Temari couldn't care less and starts running up on him. God damn, who was cooking this scrumdiddlyumptious beat in the back? I need to tip him now. Circling back though, Shikamaru evades that fan down strike with his kunai hitting the hardest fit check pose in Konoha, and then states, I'm not letting no chick take me out like that, little sis, and that's on the 7th. Then Temari starts using that fan again as Shikamaru disappears into thin air, cooking up a strategy. Nah, I'm lying. Bro's just got his head in the cloud until he sees that booty hole Naruto left in the ground after slapping up Neji. Then he hops out of the tree smirking up a storm, and Temari takes that personally, hitting that boy with a barrage of wind attacks. That thing is cutting up trees. But through all that dust, Shikamaru tries to sneak off a shadow possession jutsu as Temari dodges it in style, marking off how far it can go. You gotta give her props. That's pretty smart. So Shikamaru looks at the clouds once again, but this time he ain't daydreaming. He's actually cooking up something in that mind of his and hits this pose. Man, Asuma really loves his students. Old buddy really tricked Shikamaru into learning through games. Wish I had him as a teacher when I was going to high school, but he does this because he knows how lazy Shikamaru can be. So yeah, he tricked him, and then he revealed that he actually has an IQ over 200. He really is a little Einstein. That strategy better be a good one, cause Temari starts doing her wind thingy again and almost caught a kunai to the head. And then another one is thrown as Shikamaru tries another shadow possession jutsu, but this time it gets further, almost catching Temari. Then she realizes he was waiting for time to pass so he'd gain a bigger shadow against the wall. Boy, this is a good fight. I sure hope nobody from the crowd, intervenes by shouting out warnings and helping their teammate. So Shikamaru whips up this Fortnite looking glider thingy to gain more reach with his shadow possession jutsu. As it's chasing after her, she runs out of range and comes up with a strategy of her own. But before Temari can even act on it, she's stuck and everyone's confused on how Shikamaru did it. That's when we see his shadow coming through that hole he was looking at the beginning of the fight, proving that Temari was playing checkers while he was in fact playing chess. Now all he needs to do is make her knock herself out and catch a victory. Okay, well, never mind. Bro couldn't be bothered to finish his fade, but that's why he's a lazy genius. Smart enough to whoop on Temari, but too lazy to finish the job. Asuma has always tried to make him overcome his lazy tendencies that Shikamaru couldn't shake. In fact, speaking about Asuma, we need to talk about his fight with HIDAN. I promise you, it's important, okay? So Asuma pulls up on HIDAN and surprises him with ninjas 1 and 2, stabbing him with what should have been a fatal blow. Turns out, mans can't die. And if that wasn't bad enough, his boy Kakuzu is here corner and realizes he can get a bag off Asuma's head. While all this is happening, Hidan's marking something on the ground as Shikamaru tries to shadow possession Hidan. He evades that in Asuma's attack while whipping around that crazy looking Grim Reaper blade. But Asuma is not having any of that and calls on Jesus himself to block it. I see why they put Hidan on the squad. He still flip around all that nonsense they trying to hit him with, but also dishing it out himself and eventually landing a scratch on Asuma. No big deal, right? Just a little scrape. So then Asuma hits that man with a homemade fireball jutsu, and that's when Hidan switches skins mid-fight and puts Asuma under his curse. How did he do it, you ask? Well, with that mark on the ground plus Asuma's blood equals curse, and whenever he hurts himself, it also hurts Asuma. Now this is really bad, and I mean really bad, especially since Hidan can't die. So Shikamaru has to stop Hidan from riding the sewer slide, if you know what I mean, and force him out of his death circle. Shikamaru assumes that this will stop Hidan's jutsu, and being the smarty pants he is, it works. And so they end up clapping Hidan. By the way, Kakuza's just been spectating the whole show. Like, for real, bro was just watching this whole fade right beside me. But then Kakuzu decides to activate and grabs Hidan's head. Yes, he's still alive, and smacks Asuma with the shmoney like it's WWE, and then plants his whole knee into Asuma's back. Yeah, get you, sensei, he just got baned. So after that, he puts Hidan's head back into place and gets ready for round 2. So Hidan immediately tries to kill Asuma after being rebooted and gets that denied twice and ends up with his own weapon in his belly. But then Hidan starts smirking. Yo chat, yo, why is he smirking? We won. Yo, chat, what's up with this? Why is he smirking? It's revealed he's standing right back in the circle, thus reactivating his jutsu. And if that didn't finish the job, Hidan plunges that blade right through his own heart, sealing Asuma's fate and putting Shikamaru in a world of despair. So then Choji and Ino arrive and they try to save Asuma, while Mr. Kakuza Crab over here still trying to gain his baggie, but eventually they decided to dip, and that's when Asuma tells the three his final teachings. After his last smoke, Asuma passes away right in front of his students' eyes. The man that taught them everything has nothing left to teach them. I wanted to talk about this encounter because Asuma's death was important to Shikamaru. Out of the three, he was there when the final blow was struck. Asuma believed that Shikamaru could accomplish the impossible when he's not being lazy. Hell, maybe even become Hokage, or become something more useful. Also, don't forget Shikamaru keeps Asuma's lighter. That'll be an important tool for later. Man, Shikamaru, he's hurting bad. So in his time of need, his father helps to guide him on a path of recovery by simply talking to his son and playing shogi, his favorite game. But most importantly, letting his son know that it's okay to have these emotions and let them out. It's such an emotional and impactful scene. But this is only a pit stop to Shikamaru's grieving process. What he really needs the most right now is vengeance. And that's why he spins back on Hidan and Kakuzu. And to start off this spin back, Shikamaru starts cooking up a plan that we don't know yet because, anime, of course they won't reveal it now. So then Shikamaru and his squad track them dogs down, and it's on sight as Shikamaru out here yeeting multiple paper bombs like they're free. But Hidan and Kakuzu dodges them. Shikamaru expected that and aimed for their shadows. And if that wasn't big brained enough, they were chakra blades. So he was able to use shadow possession jutsu on them, showing that Shikamaru learned from their last fight, and bonus points for using his sensei's weapon. Now they're trapped playing Simon Says with this boy genius. Simon says, "Kill your boy," but Kakuzu dodges it just in time by his arm separating from his body, saving him. With Shikamaru still in control of Hidan, he tries shredding Kakuzu like paper, and that's when Choji joins the battle, ready to get him some, also revealing that Kakuzu can harden his body, bringing a whole new variable to this scuffle. Shikamaru will have to think on his feet and adapt to the plan to compensate, and while Shikamaru's pondering, Kakashi, or as we like to call him, Cook-Kashi, is done waiting, putting a Chidori-sized hole through Kakuzu's chest. Well, turns out Kakuzu can't die either. You better be writing this down, my guy. Then bro starts transforming and got everyone scared. Kakuzu then spawns in his puppets, and after that, him and Hidan hit this nasty assist combo on Kakashi, blowing that man away, along with everything else. But before he could drop the combo, this puppet thingy tries to zap these two, but Kakashi strikes again. Bro, move. This video ain't about you. My fault, G. Call this dude the Avatar because he's utilizing every element in his tool set on him. Oh, and he's doing that by using other ninjas' hearts as a chakra vessel for his elements, like wind and lightning. And then Hidan starts talking bad on Asuma's name, which initiates the fade once again. And they straight scrapping. Shikamaru, do something. They're getting worked. Boom. Once again, Shikamaru thinks on his feet, freeing the squad. And when they get together, Shikamaru makes a plan to split them up and take Hidan on alone. They do just that as Kakashi and Kakuzu trade blows, while Shikamaru is going all out on Hidan, eventually getting off another shadow possession jutsu. As they run into the forest, Shikamaru got them setting up paper bombs like it's Christmas. And then he releases the jutsu. Hidan immediately takes advantage, popping Shikamaru, leaving him leaking. And Hidan starts tweaking while he's setting up his ritual. And that's when he starts stabbing himself in the heart again, thinking he's caught another body. Man, Shikamaru's a good actor because it turns out he had the blood of Kakuzu's puppet, making Hidan do a friendly fire. The brain is on fat mode for real, but that IQ isn't enough to stop Hidan as he starts trying to stab Shikamaru up again. Plot twist though, because he pulls them paper bombs together using the shadow possession jutsu, attaching them all onto Hidan, and then reveals the giant hole underneath him, showing that he's planned this out a long time ago. That mind is dangerous, especially when it's put into overtime. And you remember Asuma's lighter? Yeah, it's become real useful right now. RIP Asuma. You rest up easy while you watch this last part. In these final moments, Shikamaru realizes the will to protect his village and his friends is his true purpose. And just drifting along like a cloud was never meant for him. At last he blows up Hidan, finally being able to move on with his grieving process and become the man that Asuma always knew he'd be. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the video in the comments. And check out this next video. Peace.